you. All right, Capricorn, let's get into your reading. All right, the message that I have for you today is this, and it holds raw, undeniable intensity. A person cannot stop thinking about you, and their desire has reached a deeply consuming level inside. This connection burns through their mind during the day, and it follows them deep into every night. What they feel is not casual attraction. It is a hunger that occupies their every waking thought entirely. They crave a closeness with you that stretches far beyond anything they have experienced before now. The longing inside them has become physical, emotional, and spiritual, and it intensifies with each passing hour. This message arrived for a reason, and the universe wants you to grasp the depth of what exists. Come in close, because what the cards confirm about this energy will leave no room for doubt. The first card for you is the Nine of Wands, and this reveals persistence fueled by obsession. The Nine of Wands confirms they fought their own resistance, and the battle is wearing them dangerously thin. They tried to suppress what they feel for you, and every attempt crumbled beneath the weight of craving. This card shows exhaustion born from restraint, because holding back from you costs more than surrendering would. The Nine of Wands says they stood guard over their emotions, refusing to let the truth fully escape. But the walls are cracking now, and the Nine confirms that composure is dissolving, piece by piece. What makes this card intense is the tension between control and wanting is finally winning. They have been gripping their feelings with white knuckles, and the fatigue of that grip is visible. The Nine of Wands reveals they lost sleep over you, replaying moments and imagining ones that never existed. Their body carries the tension of unspoken longing, and it manifests in restless nights and distracted mornings. This card confirms they reached a breaking point, and the pressure of hiding it has become unbearable. The next card coming through is the Devil, and this confirms the magnetic pull has turned primal entirely. The Devil does not appear for mild interest. It confirms raw attraction, laced with emotional entanglement. This card reveals an obsessive quality to their thoughts, and the fixation runs without any filter at all. The Devil says desire they carry is not gentle, it is consuming and intoxicating and relentless inside them. They fantasize about your warmth, your closeness, your presence, and those visions dominate their private world nightly. The Devil confirms a magnetic chain between you, and neither distance nor silence has weakened its pull. Their attraction operates beneath rational thought, and the raw intensity of it frightens them at their core. This card also reveals they feel almost addicted to the idea of you, and withdrawal is not possible. The Devil says desire crossed from admiration into territory that feels inescapable, and they cannot look away. Then we have the Queen of Cups, and this softens the reading with genuine emotional depth beneath fire. The Queen of Cups confirms that underneath raw desire, real tenderness exists, and it anchors everything together. Their longing is not hollow lust. The Queen reveals a heart that aches for true intimacy with you. They dream of holding you in quiet moments, not just passion, and that duality defines their experience. The Queen of Cups says they imagine conversations with you that feel safe, vulnerable, and deeply connected. Their emotional craving matches the physical one, and the Queen confirms both exist equally within their chest. What the Queen confirms is that desire wraps around love, not the other way around at all. The physical craving is fueled by genuine care, and that combination makes their feelings dangerously potent inside. The Nine of Wands showed exhaustion, the Devil exposed the obsession, and the Queen revealed hidden tenderness. All three cards confirm this attraction is real, layered, and fixed on you, without any wavering present. The message today carries undeniable weight, and the cards validated every word of it from the very start. They are consumed by you during daylight and darkness, and what lives inside them is fire and devotion. Okay, let us go deeper into this, because your side of this connection carries its own raw intensity. You have been feeling a pull inside your body, and the awareness of it grew impossible to ignore. The attraction is not one-sided, and the energy you carry mirrors something deeper than curiosity alone. Your thoughts circle back to a specific feeling constantly, and that feeling sits heavier than you admit. You recognize the desire living inside you, but you have been afraid of what acting on it reveals. A tension between what you want and what you permit yourself haunts you, and it drains your resolve. The battle between instinct and caution has been constant, and your spirit is tired of negotiating both sides. The first card on your side is the Five of Pentacles, and this exposes the isolation you carry. The Five of Pentacles confirms you walked through emotional coldness, feeling disconnected from warmth and real belonging. You convinced yourself that desire like this should stay suppressed, and that belief left you standing in cold. This card reveals a scarcity mindset around intimacy, and you operate as though receiving passion is forbidden. The Five of Pentacles says you denied yourself, the very thing your body and heart both crave. You starve yourself of connection because past rejection taught you that wanting invites deeper suffering. This card confirms the loneliness is not random. It is the direct cost of shutting your needs down. You built a fortress of self-sufficiency, and while it protects you, it also traps you within it. The Five of Pentacles reveals you dismissed your desires as excessive, and that dismissal wounded you quietly. You tell yourself you are fine without closeness, but the ache beneath that narrative grows louder each week. Your body remembers what intentional touch felt like, and that memory refuses to disappear no matter what. The second card is the Tower, and this confirms a massive disruption already happening inside your chest. The Tower says the walls around your desires are crumbling, and you cannot rebuild them fast enough anymore. Something shattered recently in how you view yourself, and the old version of restraint no longer functions. The Tower confirms your awakening is not gentle. It arrived like lightning and rearranged your deepest priorities. You are being forced to confront what you truly want, and that confrontation feels liberating and terrifying. The Tower refuses half-truths, and what collapsed inside you was the lie that you need nothing. Your protective illusions about desire fell apart, and what remains underneath is an honest craving for closeness. The Tower also reveals that this disruption carries divine purpose, and the breaking was necessary for growth. You cannot return to the version that pretended not to feel, because that version already dissolved completely. The third card for your side is the Page of Cups, and this brings a tender emotional reopening. The Page of Cups confirms a new vulnerability is surfacing, and it surprises you with its unexpected softness. After so much guarding, a gentle curiosity about love is budding inside you, and it feels almost childlike. The page reveals you are beginning to wonder what it would feel like to let attraction guide you. You catch yourself imagining intimacy without punishment, closeness without consequence, and that possibility feels foreign yet inviting. The Page of Cups says your receptivity is returning, and the door you sealed is cracking open again. A part of you wants to explore what you buried, and that willingness marks a profound internal shift. You are rediscovering your own sensuality, and the page confirms it has been dormant far too long. The desire you suppressed is waking up, and it carries innocence alongside it because everything feels brand new. The Five of Pentacles showed isolation. The Tower shattered your defenses, and the Page reopened your heart. All three cards confirm you are not numb. You are thawing after a long, self-imposed frost. Your body knows what it wants before your mind grants permission, and that knowing intensified dramatically this week. The craving for closeness is valid, and the cards confirm you were never meant to deny yourself. Now, let us go into it, because their side of this story is drenched in unspoken desire. What lives inside them is far more intense than what they allow the outside world to witness. They carry a fire for you that started quietly, and it grew into something entirely uncontrollable inside them. The weight of attraction sits in their chest daily, and it dictates their mood without any permission. They mask the depth of longing behind composure, but the cards strip that mask away from them. What they feel is not infatuation that fades. It is a fixation rooted in genuine emotional attachment. Their inner world is dominated by your presence, and stepping away from that obsession is no longer possible. The first card on their side is the Ace of Cups, and this reveals love that overflows. The Ace of Cups confirms their emotions toward you feel brand new in intensity, despite the existing connection. They experienced a recent emotional awakening around you, and it shifted everything they once thought they understood. This card says their heart cracked open unexpectedly, and what poured out was pure, undiluted feeling. The Ace of Cups reveals they did not plan to fall this deep, and the surprise unsettled them. Their feelings arrived like floodwater, sudden and overwhelming, and they cannot contain what already escaped from within. This card confirms the love they carry was born organically, and it caught them completely off guard. The ace also reveals their desire holds a sacred quality, and they treat it reverently in private. They do not speak about you casually to others because what they feel deserves more than idle gossip. Their attraction lives in a private chamber of their mind, and they guard it with fierce devotion. The Ace of Cups says they are emotionally full because of you, and that fullness borders on overwhelm. The second card is the Ten of Swords, and this exposes suffering attached to holding everything inside. The Ten of Swords confirms they reached a breaking point. An unexpressed desire finally pierced them through. They feel defeated by their own silence, and the inability to reach you weighs heavier than anything. This card reveals a collapse happening internally, and they lie beneath the burden of their own restraint. The Ten of Swords says hesitation wounded them deeply, and that wound bleeds into every waking day. The pain is not from rejection. It is from the torture of wanting without being able to act. They lie awake replaying what they wish they said, and each missed opportunity cuts deeper than the last. The Ten of Swords also reveals they hit emotional bottom recently, and that bottom forced a reckoning. They realized they cannot continue carrying this silently, and something inside them shifted toward full surrender. The third card arriving is the King of Wands, and this confirms passionate, decisive energy rising within. The King of Wands says they are gathering courage, and the boldness building inside them is undeniable. This card reveals transformation from passive longing into active determination, and the shift accelerates right now. The king confirms they are done watching from a distance, and a firm decision is forming rapidly. Their desire evolved from silent suffering into a flame that demands expression, and they feel it burning. The king carries magnetism that mirrors what they project when they think about approaching you at last. They envision being brave enough to tell you, and the King of Wands confirms that vision becomes reality. The king says their confidence is rebuilding after the collapse, and it carries fierce new clarity within. They no longer question whether the attraction is real. They only question the right moment to reveal. The ace showed overflowing emotion. The Ten of Swords exposed the pain, and the king ignited action. All three cards confirm their inner world is consumed by you, and the pressure reached critical mass. They think of you when morning begins, and your image follows them into restless, unfinished dreams nightly. The desire they carry is not fading. It is compounding with each passing hour of enforced separation. Their side of this reading revealed a person standing at the edge of confession, held back by timing. So, let us see what the cards are showing, because movement is arriving on every front now. The stillness surrounding this connection is dissolving, and what replaces it carries deliberate forward momentum. Actions are forming beneath the surface, and the transition from desire into tangible steps has officially begun. The waiting period collapses, and both sides of this connection enter a phase of visible, undeniable change. What was frozen is thawing rapidly, and the decisions being made will produce unmistakable physical results soon. The shift you are about to witness is not subtle. It arrives with force that rearranges your routine. Momentum builds from multiple angles, and the cards confirm nothing about this forward motion can be reversed. The first card in the action position is the Three of Wands, and this confirms expansion underway. The three says plans that lived only in thought are now stepping into the material world visibly. This card reveals preparation that happened behind closed doors, and the groundwork was laid without your knowledge. The three confirms they scanned the horizon for the right moment, and that moment is arriving right now. A deliberate outreach is forming, and the three says it involves direct communication aimed specifically at you. They mapped out their approach carefully, and the strategy behind their next move carries calculated precision. The Three of Wands confirms distance is no longer a barrier, whether physical or emotional, between you both. Travel or relocation may factor into what unfolds next, and the three supports movement across all boundaries. They position themselves closer to your orbit, and the adjustment is intentional rather than circumstantial or random. The three says their vision for this connection extends beyond the immediate, reaching into lasting territory ahead. What they build is not a momentary pursuit. It is a structured path designed to reach you permanently. The second card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this brings grounded, methodical action into the picture. The Knight of Pentacles confirms their approach is not impulsive, it is measured and deeply intentional. This card reveals steady progress happening, one deliberate step at a time, and nothing is being rushed. The Knight says they invest real effort, including time, resources, and energy, into making this connection happen. Their commitment shows up in small, consistent actions, not grand gestures or empty declarations without substance. The Knight of Pentacles demands reliability, and the actions forming around this connection carry that exact quality. They prove through behavior that desire translates into tangible effort, not just words or passing fantasies. Expect practical changes in their routine that involve creating access to you, and the cards validate this. The Knight confirms financial or logistical decisions are being made, all oriented toward building closer proximity. They clear schedules, adjust commitments, and restructure daily life to ensure you fit inside their world. The Knight of Pentacles moves with care, but every step it takes lands with permanent weight beneath it. The third card is the Magician, and this confirms every resource is being channeled toward making contact. The Magician says they possess the tools, the will, and the clarity to turn intention into reality. This card reveals alignment between thought and action, and what they envision is actively materializing around them. The Magician confirms they are no longer just thinking, they are engineering circumstances to reach you directly. Their focus sharpened into something precise, and the Magician says manifestation is already in full progress. The Magician also confirms timing is bending in their favor, and the universe supports their pursuit entirely. Synchronicities will appear around this connection, and those signs confirm the path is being divinely cleared. The Three of Wands set the vision, the Knight grounded the effort, and the Magician activated everything. All three cards confirm forward motion is not a possibility. It is a certainty unfolding before you. The actions arriving are structured, intentional, and backed by a determination that cannot be shaken loose. Okay, come in close, because the confessions buried inside them are heavier than anything spoken aloud. What they refuse to admit presses against their ribs every single time you cross their restless mind. The hidden desires beneath their exterior are vivid, detailed, and consuming beyond anything they can rationalize. They hold truths about you they swore never to speak, and that silence is suffocating them daily. One confession sits deeper than the rest, and it involves a longing so intimate it overwhelms them. They imagine scenarios with you that no one will ever hear because the vulnerability feels too exposed. The secrets they carry are not small. They are foundational desires that shape how they exist each day. The first card in the confession position is the Four of Wands, and this unlocks a domestic craving. The Four of Wands confirms they fantasize about settled life with you, not just passion, but permanence. Their secret includes waking beside you in a shared space, and that vision occupies them without mercy. They imagine holidays with you, routines with you, and the quiet comfort of belonging to each other. The Four of Wands reveals a buried confession. They want to build a home around your presence. This card says their desire extends beyond the bedroom. It reaches into kitchens and mornings and laughter. They fantasize about mundane intimacy, cooking beside you, laughing over nothing, and falling asleep mid-conversation. The Four confirms they mentally placed you in their future, and that placement feels entirely permanent inside. They picture introducing you to people who matter, and that daydream fills them with nervous anticipation. Their hidden confession is that casual was never the intention. They want the whole life with you. The Four of Wands says they rehearsed proposing commitment, and the weight of that rehearsal terrifies them. The second card is the Eight of Cups, and this reveals confession tied to emotional sacrifice within. The Eight of Cups confirms they would walk away from everything familiar to pursue what you represent. Their secret is that they decided you are worth leaving stability, comfort, and safety entirely behind. The Eight says they would abandon what works in their life to chase what feels truly alive. This card reveals they are prepared to lose routines and reputations if it means finally reaching you. The Eight of Cups exposes desperation they disguise as composure, and the sacrifice they consider is enormous. They already imagined the fallout of choosing you, and they accepted every consequence without flinching inside. Their confession is that you became more important than comfort, and that realization shook their foundation. The Eight says they mourn the life they would leave behind, but they mourn losing you far more. The third card is the Lovers, and this confirms the deepest confession lives at the spiritual level. The Lovers says what they feel transcends physical craving. It touches something sacred and irreversible within. Their hidden truth is that they believe you are their destined match, and that belief terrifies them. The Lovers confirms they see divine alignment in your connection, and dismissing it feels like betraying fate. This card reveals they prayed about you, asked for signs, and received confirmation that haunts them nightly. The Lovers exposes a confession so vulnerable their hands tremble. They believe you are the chosen one. They carry that knowing silently because saying it aloud strips away every remaining layer of protection. The Lovers confirms they feel spiritually bound to you, and that bond exists beyond choice or logic. Their desire is not just physical or emotional, it is soul level recognition they cannot rationalize at all. The 4 revealed domestic fantasies, the 8 exposed sacrificial willingness, and the Lovers confirmed divine destiny. All 3 cards confirm their confessions run deeper than attraction, touching the foundation of who they are. What they hide from you is not small. It is a consuming narrative written entirely around your name. They carry these truths in locked chambers of their heart, and the pressure of secrecy is unbearable. All right, let us go ahead and close this because the near future brings what you need to hear. The final cards arrive with clarity, and what they confirm about the path ahead leaves nothing uncertain. The first near future card is the Two of Cups, and this confirms a mutual connection is solidifying. The Two of Cups says both energies are aligning, and the attraction becomes reciprocal in a visible way. A direct encounter is forming in the near future, and the 2 confirms it carries emotional depth. The Two of Cups says mutual recognition happens face to face, and that moment shifts everything permanently. What you have been sensing privately is about to be mirrored openly, and the exchange will feel magnetic. The second near future card is the Six of Wands, and this confirms victory in your love life. The Six of Wands says the outcome of this connection favors you, and recognition arrives from their side. They will make their feelings known, and the Six confirms that confession lands with triumph rather than fear. The Six of Wands says you will feel chosen, celebrated, and pursued with a boldness that surprises you. The advice card is Temperance, and this asks you to remain balanced as everything accelerates around you. Temperance says do not rush the unfolding. Allow divine timing to orchestrate every step without your interference. Stay grounded in your own worth and let the connection mature at the pace the universe has chosen. Temperance confirms that patience here is not passive. It is an active form of trust in what arrives. This card asks you to hold your center because what comes toward you deserves your fullest, clearest self. Now let us bring this entire message together because the truth spoken today deserves to be honored fully. The reading opened with one undeniable declaration, and that declaration still holds weight at this very moment. A person is consumed by desire for you, thinking about you during the day and through every night. That message was not exaggeration, and every card across 6 parts confirmed it, without a single contradiction. Here is your complete card confirmation, spanning every part of this reading, from the opening to this close. The Nine of Wands revealed their exhausted resistance, and the Devil exposed the primal magnetic obsession within. The Queen of Cups softened the reading with tenderness, confirming that real emotion anchors their raw desire. The Five of Pentacles showed your isolation from intimacy, and the Tower shattered the walls you built. The Page of Cups reopened your heart gently, confirming that vulnerability is returning to you like spring water. The Ace of Cups revealed their overflowing emotion, and the Ten of Swords exposed the pain of silence. The King of Wands ignited decisive energy within them, confirming their desire transformed into bold determination. The Three of Wands set their expansive vision, and the Knight of Pentacles grounded it in steady action. The Magician activated manifestation, confirming they channel every resource toward reaching you with focused intent. The Four of Wands unlocked hidden domestic fantasies, and the Eight of Cups exposed sacrificial willingness within. The Lovers confirmed their deepest confession lives at the spiritual level, rooted in destined soul recognition. The Two of Cups promised mutual connection. The Six of Wands confirmed romantic victory, and Temperance offered balance. That is 18 cards total, and every single one spoke directly to the intensity surrounding your name. Not one card wavered from the message, and the alignment across this reading is absolute and clear. You came into this reading wondering if